There are moments in life that do not look important at first. No music, no applause, no visible turning point. Just a quiet shift, a different feeling in the air, a sense that something unseen is beginning to change. It is subtle in the beginning, almost impossible to name. The outside world may look the same. The days may move as they always have. The light still falls across the same rooms. The same streets remain. The same routines continue. And yet, something is no longer exactly as it was. Sometimes growth begins like that. Not as a dramatic event, but as a silent reordering. A deep movement beneath the surface. A calm transformation that asks for no attention and offers no explanation. It happens quietly, in reflection, in distance, in stillness, in the long spaces where life seems to pause just enough for deeper things to take shape. There is a kind of change that does not arrive with noise. It does not rush in. It does not need to prove itself. It simply begins to exist, like dawn before the sun fully appears, like the ocean before a wave rises, like a season changing before the trees reveal it. At first, almost nothing seems different, but little by little, what was once hidden starts to become visible. A calmer way of seeing, a steadier way of moving, a quieter kind of confidence, not the kind that demands to be noticed, the kind that simply remains. There is something cinematic about that kind of transformation, not because it is grand, but because it is felt, because it lives in atmosphere, in silence, in the weight of a moment that says everything without saying much at all. Sometimes life becomes most meaningful in those in-between places, between who someone was and who they are becoming, between uncertainty and clarity, between the noise of the world and the quiet return to something more real. Those spaces are easy to overlook, but they are often where the deepest change begins. No one sees the full process. No one hears the internal turning of perspective. No one notices the exact moment a mind becomes calmer, or a heart becomes stronger, or a spirit becomes more grounded. And yet it happens. It happens slowly. It happens honestly. It happens in ways that cannot always be measured, only felt. There is no spectacle in it. No need for dramatic language. No need for a spotlight. Some transformations are too real to need performance. They appear in presence, in the way a person carries silence, in the way they look at the world with more depth than before, in the way they seem less shaken by what once felt heavy, not because life has become easier, but because something within has become steadier. That kind of strength has its own beauty. It is not sharp or loud. It does not arrive with force. It has patience in it. It has perspective in it. It has the quiet weight of someone who has changed in ways the world may never fully see. And maybe that is what makes it powerful. The most lasting changes rarely need an audience. They do not depend on recognition. They do not need to be announced to be real. They simply become part of the atmosphere of a person, part of their presence, part of the way they move through life. There is something unforgettable about a person who has found that kind of depth. A person who seems calmer without becoming distant, softer without becoming weaker, stronger without becoming harder, wiser without needing to say much. It feels like watching a scene with no unnecessary dialogue, nothing exaggerated, nothing forced, just truth, just stillness, just the quiet evidence of something real. And perhaps that is what makes certain moments stay with us, not because they were loud, but because they carried weight. Not because they demanded attention, but because they held meaning. Not because they were dramatic, but because they felt undeniable. Life has a way of shaping people like that. Slowly, carefully, in layers, through time, through reflection, through unseen moments that leave lasting marks. And one day, what once lived only beneath the surface begins to show. Not all at once. Not in a rush, but in glimpses, in a calmer expression, in a clearer presence, in the quiet feeling that something has settled into place. That is the kind of change that lingers, the kind that does not fade when the moment passes. the kind that becomes part of a person and stays there. There is no need to chase words for it. Some things are better felt than explained. A quiet evolution, a deeper center, a more grounded presence, a different kind of light. Not loud, not sudden, just real. And sometimes, the most powerful thing in the world is not the moment everyone notices. It is the moment something becomes different in silence, and never returns to what it was before.